Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Dr. Nitin. Welcome. I think we'll start in 5 minutes. Students are joining.
Ji.
Good morning, students, and good morning, Dr. Nitin.
Good morning, sir. Am I audible?
Dr. Nitin, you are audible to us.
Thank you very much, sir. Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all on this soft skill personality development training on how to be an organized student. This is a training which is conducted under the aegis of Institutional Development Plan, which is running right now in GADVASU. Under this plan, technical as well as soft skill development of the students, particularly undergraduate student, is targeted. Along with that, some of the improvements in the infrastructure facilities have also been created, right? When you will come to the university, you will see, a vibrant metamorphosis in the infrastructure facilities, particularly your classrooms, your lecture halls, your podiums, your hostel facilities. New gymnasium facility has been created. Washing machines have been installed in your hostel bathroom so that you can be very convenient washing your clothes. Whole campus has been made a kind of a safe campus by installation of CCTV cameras. So all these activities have been undertaken under this IDP. And one of the most important component of this IDP is development of the soft skills amongst the student, particularly the first year students who are not acquainted with the professional life. This first lecture has been convened deliberately to look into that how to be an organized student. Your transition from class 12 senior secondary to your professional life, you need a lot of organization in terms of your behavior, organization in terms of your activities, organization in terms of your work plan. So how that particular transition can be done smoothly, for this we have Dr. Pathak with us. Dr. Devendra Pathak, you know him, you are aware of his capabilities, and you know that he's a very good teacher, and he has readily agreed to give insights on how to be an organized student. And I would request Dr. Pathak to share his views, his ideas with all the students. Dr. Pathak, please.
Thank you, Dr. Nitin. Thank you very much for your kind words. Good morning, dear students. I was just missing class from last 15 days. So I just thought, let me interact with you in some other way. And Dr. Nitin has provided me the platform of IDP to speak to you all. I have a question to you. How many of you feel that you are very stressed with your studies, very busy with your studies, and you feel very stressed? Could you put something in your chat box? How many of you feel like you are just bombarded with a lot of study material and you are really stressed with this? Can you put your yes, Kamalpreet? Yes, yes, Kamalpreet. Yes, Kamalpreet. You can speak. You can unmute yourself and speak. You have raised your hand.
Sir, the chat box is disabled.
Okay, okay. Um,
Sir, very much stressed with this online system of teaching, sir.
okay. Any other one? Some settings, let's be correct. Yeah, I think I have enabled the chat box. So one of you are very much stressed. Any other one who feel that you are stressed?
Sir, can we speak or do we have to talk in chat box only?
Yeah, you just chat box also, or you can speak if you want to.
Well, I think it's the fact that the classes are online and we don't have a fixed time. We just have issues with time management, which leads to not being able to study or sit down at a fixed time. And it's more of a we have busy days rather than productive days, which does lead to some stress over time. And we feel like we're not getting enough
Oh,
studying done per day.
so it is stressful, you say. Okay.
It's not
Gagandeep,
stress, but yes.
Gaganpreet says not stress, but feels like so much going online, but not able to run along them. Okay. Any other one? Okay. So it's the real question whether you are busy with studies, you are stressed. Most of us are stressed. Most of us are busy. Um, it's real world. So that's how you feel. Most of the students feel like that. So there is no option than to manage this stress. So based on my perception or based on the studies, we find four types of students or four types of person in the university or in the schools or overall in the life. The four types of students are, the one of them category is seeker, other is consolidator, third is planner, and the fourth is prioritizer. You have to categorize yourself in which category you fall in. Let's define how these four categories are, and then you can define yourself, and accordingly you can convert yourself into a suitable category so that your stress goes up, your productivity increases. The seekers are the one which always feels that they are filled with lot of work. They feel that so much things are going around, and even they have no time to do all the to-dos, and they do not even have the do list. So they are always in a mode of aha, I am stressed. So this sort of, so one of, maybe I also maybe in this category, which feels that uh, I am always stressed or so. So that's the seeker. We have to identify ourselves. You need not to tell me or to tell others, but you have to identify whether you are a seeker. Or the second category is called consolidator. In this category, you will find that these category peoples have a list of work, lot of lists, not only one list. They have list of notes to read, they have list of deadlines for the assignments, also they have list of lists, so many lists. But and they want to place all these lists together rather than to unify them or they synchronize them. They are just collecting the work, so they are called consolidator, collecting different works. They have idea that I have these works with me, but how to synchronize them, how to organize them to have a perfect productive efficient management of all these works. So this category is called consolidator. And this category, they try to collect all the informations which is available in the market. They think that they have to get everything in one place rather than to synchronize them, make them attainable one by one. So they club all these informations together. Third category are called the planners. The planners have the list, they have the today's list, also the tomorrow's list. So they are good with today's list. So they think today's list is great, but what about tomorrow's list? So they are also thinking of tomorrow. So they are planning the next day also. And even they are trying to think what's lurking beyond the corner, what's next coming up, maybe day after tomorrow, and so on and so on. So they have got to get ahead with their plans. So they have a planning, today's plan, tomorrow's plan, and so on. And the last one, which is the refined format of the planner, is called prioritizer. The prioritizer, they know which work they have to finish early, which work they have to they can keep it for tomorrow, and so on. So priority, which work is necessity, which work can be easily managed. So if they have extra some time, maybe half an hour or 20 minutes extra time they have, they try to utilize it to do it for handling the easiest steps, so that so many things you can in the morning, if you have slotted 10 works, so if you have extra time, 10 minutes time, suppose class has become off for some reason, so the prioritizer will see that what are the easiest steps which can be easily managed, and so they utilize this time wherever possible to remove steps from the to-do list. If you have 10 list, easiest steps they will go, so only few left, and that gives a sense of satisfaction, and you become jubilant to do more and more. So the fourth category, so whatever category you are in, you are seeker or consolidator, or you are a planner, or you are a prioritizer. If you are a prioritizer, great. You have a still chance to improve yourself, to see that your productivity is maximum. But if you are of either of the three categories, you can try to fall in the fourth category, that is prioritizer. Everyone evolves from the first seeker, move on to consolidator, to the planner. So I request not to remain in the second. If you are in the first or second category, you need to do a lot, and you have to start from today to fall either into the third or in the fourth category. So the prioritizer, they want to do their job handling the most important one first, and then the less important, lesser important, and lesser important. So they prioritize their works. So all these four categories, seeker, consolidator, planner, and prioritizer, we have to find out today itself in which category I fall into, and then you have to move to that category. If you are a seeker or a consolidator, you have to fall to the planner first and then to the prioritizer. If you can directly fall yourself into the prioritizer group, that's great, and you have still chance to improve your time management, improve your productivity, increase your efficiency. What's the way forward? How we can move from here, from a seeker or a consolidator to the planner? So there are planners available, depending on your way how you plan. Somebody are good at online. So there are two types of planner available that we'll talk about. First, how we have to plan. So first we need to set our goals. What is our goal? Maybe we have 2-3 goals, maybe a personal life goal, professional life goal, and so on. So whatever goal you have, 3, 2, 4, 5 goal for a year, you think of that, settle down, write on the paper or write on the whatever planner you have, and then accordingly plan your work, how you can plan, and then prioritize which is most important. Suppose if a teacher has given that if you don't submit your assignment on 8th, you are going to get 0. So that's your the most priority one, because getting 0, simply submitting will fetch you marks, not submitting will fetch you 0 marks. So you have to prioritize based on your the assignments to do, and whatever to-do list you are making, whatever the work you are making, you need to stick to your plans. Maybe you can reshuffle your plans based on the changing priority. Priority always change with time. So based on that, you can reorganize yourself, but you need to stick to your plans. You just can reorganize yourself. You can just make the lesser important one, which has become suddenly the important one, to come forward, but you should stick to your plans, and that will make you less stressed. How you can do all these things is by two ways. Some people love to do online writing, everything on the online mode, or some people like me will prefer the physical planners. So whatever way, you have to have a planner. Whether you are good with your online planners, you choose one of them. Physical planners, choose one of them, and from today itself you start planning your to do. Whatever you have to do, you start planning with that. So those online planners, whatever, if you are good with Microsoft, something like you have the to do Microsoft app, which you can download even on the mobile or in the desktop or laptop, wherever you are comfortably, and you can have reminders of that. Like I see, yesterday I put that tomorrow I have webinar at 10 a.m. I got a reminder. Sample preparation is lying with me. I'm going to do it after that. Then I have to update some website. I have to play games at 7 o'clock, yoga at 6:30. Accordingly, some planning you should have, whether on the online or offline. So online, some people are good with the Google, they go with the Google Calendar. Some people are good with the Microsoft, they go for Microsoft. Some people are good with Outlook, they go are some people are good with some apps on the iPhone or the MacBook. You just see whatever calendar you are preferring, whatever tool you have to use, you use it. That doesn't matter. How you organize things, that matters, and that I'll try to explain how we can better organize ourselves. Physical planners, like the way I have, you can see this, something like this, where I have so many things to write on this. I don't know whether it is visible to you or not, but you can have a physical or online. I prefer to have physical. Based on your preference, you prefer it online or physical. That's your choice. But how to plan this? So we need to have three types of worksheets or three types of workflow, how to make these activities jotted down on the online tools or on the physical piece of paper. The first one is weekly worksheet. That's a very important. Most important thing is weekly sheet, or even some people prefer to have daily one, but I suggest go for weekly rather than daily. Daily one is more meticulous, and at the end of the day, if you think that you are left with something which we were not able to finish it, and so on, it piles, and after third day you become exhausted. Oh, I have left with so many. But if you plan for a week, you have 5 days or a 6 days, whatever plan you are planning from Monday to Friday or Monday to Saturday. Even you can include Sunday. Even the fun times also you can write in your how you are going to make fun on Sunday, or how you are going to spend time with your friend, maybe boy or girl. So depending on that, whether you are planning for 5 days or 6 days, you have some time whether you can manage. If suppose I am left with some work which I could not do it yesterday, I can do it today. Or if I have time today left, some more, I got some time because some classes were suspended, then in that time I utilize doing the work which was slotted for the next day. So a weekly worksheet is very important document. very intentional, and it puts a narrow view of your work for the whole week. And it's a tool to help you look a single point in time and balance that time against your to-do. And so where you have to put some classroom work, where you have priorities, personal work, you can differentiate between them. And then each timings wise, from early morning, maybe from 5 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Some people wake up at 5 o'clock, some people wake up at 8 o'clock. So you find your timings. Some people are more, so identify your energy level. Some people are having more energy in the morning, so you identify yourself which category you fall in. Or some people are having higher energy in the night time, and those higher energy should be utilized for the most productive work. If you are very active, your mind is active in the night, you use that time for preparing your most crucial notes, mugging up or something, whatever, understanding the most complex questions we are not able to understand in the daytime. So identify your energy level, and accordingly you plan your calendar. Whatever calendar works for me may not going to work for you. So identify your energy level, your potential, and write it down on the paper, organize it, something like this. You differentiate into your classroom, your the physical classroom or online classroom, and then your personal work. And these works, whether it is personal or professional, should not be written in the vague form. It should be doable. For example, if you have to celebrate the birthday of your friend, don't just write celebration of your friend's birthday. Rather you write that, okay, buying a card from such and such a store, buying cake from there. So your to-dos should be doable, not it should be just a written that, okay, birthday. Then you are not, when you are looking at it, again you have to think of that, okay, birthday, what I have to do. No, you think before that, write it. You have to bring cake from cake shoppy, you have to bring cards, you have to bring such and such thing, gift or something. So you organize according to the work in the doable form, not in the form of the something qualitative way. Then you have to follow it up also. Of all this, keep special focus on your personal. Stress comes more when you see that some of your personal works are not being done. So you have a professional life, a personal life, separate them, don't mix them up. When you are enjoying with friend, forget about the classroom, and when you are in the classroom, forget about your friends. So differentiate them, and you follow it up. You see that whether last week whatever committed to yourself, did you do that, or you left with that, and accordingly you organize that. Means you have wasted some time, or you planned more than the expected one, and accordingly you go for the next week. So for this weekly worksheet, what I suggest is you start thinking very small, very bite-sized, actionable doing. Small works, not larger works. Okay, suppose you are writing about a work. I don't write that I learned the lesson of anatomy. Rather you write, I learned about the trachea. Today I learned about the trachea. Or on 8th I learned about the trachea. You are focused that whenever you open the anatomy book, you will open the trachea and you will learn that, rather than writing anatomy. Then it should be week long. I said that we have a margin to adjust ourselves. So you can plan from either Monday to Friday, or even you can include the Saturday and Sunday, where you have the fun times, but also you write the fun times in a organized way. Whenever you're going to fun, you are clear that what type of fun you are going to do. You need to write the time and to those. You plan everything in advance. You take time, maybe half day, to think what are the things which is coming up, or you keep your to-do list on the table or on the phone. Whenever you remember something that, okay, I had to do that also, you just write that. So you plan in advance, ensure that you are able to access that. If we are using a physical form, something like what I am using, if I left in my office and when I reach to home, yeah, I am not able to access that. So you see that whatever your plan is, whatever your weekly worksheet is, it should be easily available to you, accessible to you, and you see that you are using it consistently. Daily you are seeing it, maybe morning, afternoon, what are the to-dos are slotted for it. So whenever you feel in between stress, you take breaks, you go for a walk, you go for a run. You have a method to relieve your stress in between, especially when you are doing online classes. If you are stressed, just go dance it, learn, listen to the music, or you go for a walk, go for a run. Whatever gives you, relieves you from the stress, you do that. So the weekly worksheet is the most important document you must have. You must have a planned weekly worksheet. And you identify yourself whether you are a time-oriented person or task-oriented person. What do you mean by that? Some people love to have time-oriented. Some people are, so you identify by asking this question or something like this. Some people's will focus, I will run for 30 minutes. So that's a time oriented. Whether you are running 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers, you run for 30 minutes. Other is task oriented. I'll run for 5 kilometers or I'll run for 3 kilometers. Whether that 5 kilometer or 3 kilometer completes in 10 minutes or 30 minutes or 40 minutes, doesn't matter. So you find out whether you are time oriented or task oriented. Accordingly, you write in the your weekly sheet, I'll read for 30 minutes, or I'll complete learning about the trachea, or I'll be completing learning about the physiology of human. So write accordingly. You identify yourself and write. Neither is good, neither is bad. It's your own behavior which you have calculated from the childhood to this. Nothing is bad. Both of them are good. You identify yourself and then stick to that. One of the small mantra from me in the morning mantra, I say, each morning you try to put this habit, maybe 5 minutes, maybe five, wherever you are, maybe in the house, maybe in the, just for 5 minutes. When whatever morning you do, you wake up and everybody having a style of spending morning time. Some of them goes to run, some of them go for walking, some go to the ground for playing some games. And when you are back, when you are relaxed, just close your eyes, maybe for 5 minutes, just for 5 minutes, and think of your day. What are the things which is slotted in your day? Just think, no writing, nothing, just close your eyes and keep uh, thinking whatever were, and these 5 minutes will make your day very, very productive, very productive. Just 5 minutes. If you can give it 10 minutes, it's great. So whatever you are doing in the morning, the running, jogging, or yoga, or meditation, after that just invest 5 minutes of your time, and then by after closing your eyes and think of what are the doables which is there in your day, and then you plan your day. Okay, suppose you have 10 activities in your mind. Now dot it down. Oh, 10, these 10 activities are there. You see that what are the small activities? Writing an email to your friend, answering the email to the friend who has asked. So these are very small piece of, but that is a work you have to do. So at the end of the day, after 10 work to be done, you see that whatever the easiest steps which can be done in 10 minutes, just remove those from your to-do list by after doing this. So you finish it off, and that will give a sense of very satisfaction, and it will give a enhanced energy to work to the next work. So that's morning mantra from my side. Then after having the first calendar, that is the weekly worksheet, we must have have a comprehensive calendar, which is a monthly high-level view calendar that lays out all your deadlines, meetings, assignments in one easy-to-reference location at one place, full monthly. So 4 weeks, at least 4 weeks. And if this 4 week, making all the year, so monthly, a complete yearly plan, because some things you know that your term 1 exam is going to be in March. You just write down in the March. All those deadlines are very important. Second term you're going, third is there, and similarly, or the birthday of your mom, birthday of your friend, birthday of your brother, sister. So all these dates you have, and those are the fixed date you have to work. Otherwise, some of them you may miss. So I also suggest that you should have a comprehensive calendar along with the weekly worksheet. This comprehensive calendar should be year-long, monthly views, and then all the events and deadlines must be there. You know that those deadlines are like birthday of mom, your mom is there, that is fixed. So that's the deadline. Of term 1 is to be there. You write term 1 is in the March, between this, those deadlines are very important. You should have all the firm dates over there, and you are just consistently reviewing it, using it to enrich it. Suppose some other things have got selected in between the terms, some assignment are to come, or some practical exam is going to come, that has been announced. Okay, your practical exams are scheduled on these dates. Go back to your comprehensive calendar, write it down. So something like this, comprehensive calendar, all dates, and accordingly write on the right side upcoming to-dos. What to-dos has to come first? The next, calendar, we must have another calendar, another worksheet, which is called upcoming to-do list. And that these are the steps to be done. You know you have to appear for exam, you know you have to wash your clothes, but not necessarily on today's date. So maybe you have to attend some of your relative, but date is not fixed. So that those steps which has definitely to be done, you have to go to your sister's house, but when you are going, that is not fixed. You write it down, visiting to my sister's house, visiting to my brother. So those list, all those upcoming to do list you should have. That's also very crucial, and this is the third and the final tool you must have. All the works you keep on writing, and dates you decide. Once this upcoming dates are to-do list is fixed to you, then pour it down into the weekly worksheet. Out of this, pull some work and put in your coming week or to the next week. You see how your next week is going to be, and in that week you pull these works from this upcoming to-do list, and see that you are judiciously using your time to complete this. So that must be maybe month wise, so maybe from January to December, and that needs to be updated whenever something comes in your mind. So that morning 5 minutes, and you might 5 minutes, not evening, night 5 minutes, again night 5 at before the sleeping time. Just close your eye and see that morning at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, whatever work you thought of doing, did you do that? You see that a day when you that all the works which you planned in the morning, you will give a complete sense of satisfaction. Your productivity of the next day will be many fold increased than the previous one. So that because that your mind is very satisfied, it will work very fast. So these upcoming to-do list must be portable, accessible, because at any time you remember some word, just note it down, maybe in your mobile or some, and it should be very comprehensive. But you group all these to-do list in professional, with the deadlines, without the deadlines, personal. So you group them into different categories, many groups, no worries, and accordingly you pull the works, put it into the weekly worksheet, and from there your work will be done. So what I said is the three things. One, you should have the upcoming list. So these two categories, comprehensive calendar and the upcoming to-do list, will feed to the weekly worksheet, which is the most important tool which will give you the productive, increased productivity or increased efficiency to you. So these two calendars, upcoming to-do list and the comprehensive calendar, keep on feeding the weekly worksheet. And then at the end of the week, you have planned the last week for today, this week, and after end of this week, you just see that whatever the planning you did for this week, did you meet that? So all the weekly roundups should be there. No worries. If you are left with some work, you slot in the coming week. See that how did it missed? Did that you wasted some time, or you very vigorously? You don't plan very vigorous. You don't need to plan very vigorously. Accordingly, you make changes in your next week's plans. If you thought that you have planned very vigorously for this week, you plan little lighter in the next week, and so on. And so the best thing will come only if you practice. So from today's, you need to give commitment. Commitment to whom? Commitment to you, that you will use any of these tools, any tools which will include the weekly worksheet, will include the comprehensive calendar, and will include the to-do list. It's very simple. Just keep a piece of paper, or if you need some template, I have some templates in the Word format. I can send you in the group. You can review that, whether it fits to you or not. You can change according to that. You can edit that, and you take print out and write it. Or if you are good at online ones, then keep noting it down through your laptop or mobile. So I encourage you to commit any of these tools, whatever online or physical, and try it out how it works. See it for 3 or 4 weeks, and then come to me and see that the stress level, whatever you are feeling, will definitely reduce to the minimum. So my goal in today's class was to equip you with the mindset, how we need to put the things into these three categories with these three tools, or these few tools, and see how it goes to you, it works to you or not. Make adjustment as you move forward. So, but at the end, I'll say that commitment is must. You commit to the thing that I'll do this. It's not that today, since I gave you a lecture, you written, and then if you have committed, I'll do this, I'll do it. So it's at least follow for 3 and 4 weeks and see how it changes your life. And I said the only way you are going to become more organized is by using this tool and practicing more and more. And then you'll see that you don't waste any more stress. You are more productive. Only difference between the one who are very successful and the one who are lagging behind is this organization and the practice of the way we are organized. And thank you very much for joining me. If you have any query, put on to me, I'll answer it.
Excuse me, sir.
You can chat. Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So I just wanted to know, when are we coming back to the college?
This is difficult question for me to answer. I have no idea. Even nobody is having idea. The way things are moving around us due to the COVID-19, the governments gives guidelines time and again, and we are bound to follow that.
So, but
So
all the other
no,
colleges are open.
which college is open?
So many of my cousins are there in Ludhiana, and all of their colleges, they are open. So it's really
I have
difficult to
no
study
idea about that.
online.
I know that. I know that. I know that. But we have to adjust with that. I am sure that you will slowly will adjust. Uh, we are also not happy with online classes. We also wish to see you soon.
So it is like a very first year, and we have been there like for only 5 days. And after that, we were again thrown out.
We cannot say
You are
that.
not thrown.
Sir,
You
can
are
I answer
not
this?
thrown out. Yeah, that Nitin, go ahead, please.
Uh, it's Har Komal, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
That we have to follow the guidelines which are issued by the government time to time. And as per the guidelines, right now the online teaching has to be promoted. We all know that there are certain bottlenecks in online teaching. Whatsoever things that you are feeling right now, it is being felt by the person who is teaching you on the other side of the computer. We are not able to express it fully until unless we don't have a face-to-face connection. The transmission of that particular concept is not full-fledged. These are the bottlenecks we totally understand. But
Yes,
now
sir.
what is there, that it's just a kind of a compulsion, that it's a new world that is coming up because of this particular scenario. We don't want to put the stake, uh, the health at stake at any cost. And that's the direction of the government, and we are just following that. As soon as the things will be normalized and we will get the green signal, you will be being called. It's not that you were thrown out. You cannot be thrown out of your college or your country.
Because we kind of felt like that, because in the evening itself, we were handed the notice and we were asked to evacuate as soon as possible. So, but
So it
that's
Har
all right.
Komal,
I understand your concerns. You're absolutely right at your place. Thank you very much.
Har Komal, did you attend the biology class which we did?
Which one, sir?
Did you biology class, first class,
Yes, sir. The
practical class?
practicals.
Yeah,
Yes,
first
sir. I
practical
did
class which
attended
I
that.
took for my. Okay, so you see the happiness which I enjoy, or you enjoy when we have a physical connection. Do you remember that
Yes,
class?
so it was like one of the best classes I've ever attended. And I remember, I still remember all of the muscles that you taught us that day. Otherwise, in online classes, I don't even know what you just taught like 2 minutes ago.
Yes. So it's not from your side. It's not one way. It's two way. It's two way. If you are feeling problem, I am also feeling problem the same way you are. But it's we have to follow.
Yes, sir. I understand your concerns. Thank you for addressing my problem, though. Thank you very much.
Well, anybody is having a question on, organizational behavior that Dr. Pathak has stressed, that we have to keep ourselves organized. We have to keep ourselves, organized in a manner that the efficiency increases multifolds. Make it a habit. The habit will turn into an attitude, because later in your life you will come across multitasking. uh, in today's scenario, what happens that you are not allotted a single task, you have to do plethora of tasks. Multitasking is a must now, and if you are not having an organized structure with you, you will not be able to do it successfully, for sure. I'm learning the fine nuances of this multitasking and organization from Dr. Pathak. You can ask him. I bug him time and again, give me some kind of thing that where should I put this? So I'm not getting time to write a paper. I'm not getting a time to, address this particular situation. So he guides me time and again that these are the things that you should do. So I'm very thankful to Dr. Pathak for addressing such a pertinent issue. And any student who is having any queries related to that, you're most welcome to ask.
Even separately, you feel free to connect to me. My number is there in the group. My email is there in the group. Or you write in the classroom. Feel free. Any sort of a stress, I am pretty sure I'll bust it out.
Indeed, you will, sir.
Morning and evening habits.
Any query from the
Thank
side?
you very much, Dr. Nitin, for your.
Very much, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Sahil, something. Sahil, do you need to say something?
No, sir, that's all.
How do you plan your day?
Sir, I often wake up early.
Something like
and
this?
I try to work out or meditate, and then I read a book. I often have a couple books to read, so whatever I'm in the mood of, I read that. Then I eat some breakfast, and then I get to studying. I just lock myself in a room, just take away everything that can possibly distract me from studying or take my attention away. And I attend all my classes, and I just study all the lectures that are provided. That's all.
Okay, great. So that's how we need to plan ourselves, organize ourselves to be more productive and efficient, and on the top, stress-free. Thank you very much, one and all. Thank you, Dr. Nitin.
Thank you very much, sir, for such a pertinent topic that you have addressed today, because this is the thing that they will follow throughout in their life itself, not in their professional life only for 5 years. But if they make a habit of getting organized early in their lives, it will be very beneficial for them to run the things very smoothly later on also. Thank you very much, Dr. Pathak. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Dr. Nitin. Thank you very much. See you. Bye bye, everyone.